Hi, I'm Ram. Welcome back to my playthrough of Delusion. Last time we entered the world of the Endless. Bunch of undead guys hanging around this side. And yeah, they've got a giant town which didn't really seem to have much in it. I believe that is the flesh farm, which we already know we have to go help the wizard who runs that keep it alive, and I think if my map's correct, this should be where the queen lives. So do you have any quests for me? I do like their weird little faces. It's kind of a weird move to have a face that looks exactly like a mask that's just in the shape of your own face. Is it like preemptively because they know their face is gonna rot off at some point? Anyway, what are you, the Sensenat? Ah, mortal traveller, unusual to see one of your kind within the realm of the Endless. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Castle of Ribs. Pray tent, my frail. What brings you to our kingdom? Hunting a former member of the Dark Star Company. Insatiable curiosity, I want to learn how to cheat death. Ooh, I mean, all of these are true. I'm wondering if he might get annoyed if I select the wrong one. We'll just say curiosity, because I guess that's sort of the broad overarching reason. Aha, I am familiar with that drive to discover, that raw, unbidden need to know what lies beyond the horizon. I travelled a little in my own youth, you know. Some 300 years ago when I had a beating heart. The Sky Realms were very different then, let me tell you. Yeah, please elaborate. It's probably not often you meet someone this old. Although, I guess all of you are several hundred years old in this area. This was only a century after the world end, everything was in a state of flux. Every day, new kingdoms were blossoming and dying like winter roses. Wonders and the horrors. Yeah, the world end, is this related to the God War that broke out? I never knew what caused it, but I remember the searing flash that stained the sky. I remember the impact which shook our tombs and scattered the islands. Back then, we Endless were one of the few people in the Sky Realms. It got a lot more crowded after that, with all the refugees. Right, so before the Sky Realms there was like a regular crust of the earth, I think. No, keep telling us about it. So, good side first. Have you ever seen a god? I saw one once, drifting through the fog. As vast as a mountain, dozens of eyes, each as bright and round as the moon. When I saw it, I opened my mouth and the most beautiful hymn spilled out. I can't sing under normal circumstances, but my voice was like honey and thunder that day. And great. Giant things. I'm trying to think if I've seen gods. Yeah, our god was relatively house-sized, I think, so must be a ton of variance in how they present. I'd rather not recall such things, but I saw an entire town consumed in silver flames, while laughing priests circled above like vultures. I saw a constrictor harvester pulling screaming men into its maw and turning them into mindless engines of war. I saw a library whale slowly pulled apart by iron hooks and butcher archivists scrambling through its guts for forgotten tomes. Great, lots of weird surrealist stuff out here to explore in the world. I kind of do like the idea of a library whale. Just like climbing inside it. And something else. Any theories about the Entombed One? Audience with the Queen of Silver. Right. I'd like to know more about you. I think that might just prompt the questions that I was already at, though. By all means, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, just tell me everything in general, I guess. I am the Seneschal. I am Minister in the Queen of Silver's affairs, attend to her needs, and run the day-to-day business of the kingdom. Though the kingdom tends to run itself these days, more or less. And yeah, I can't imagine the regular human folk react well to you. I travelled a little in my youth, many hundreds of years ago. Yeah, okay, we already heard that, so... Don't know if you've been out here since you were turned endless. Yeah, I'll ask about your species in general. Our kind must seem strange to you. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity. Okay, apparently there's ghosts here. I don't think I've met a ghost here yet. It was the work of the Hooded King, my former liege. Yeah, about this, the Hooded King summoned Wiccans and Thurges from across the Sky Realms. They tried 100 different potions and ceremonies and spells to make him immortal, but none worked. Until eventually they hit upon some kind of ritual. Dark, strange magic like nothing I've ever witnessed. It involved striking a bargain and a sacrifice. Yeah, exactly what I was going to ask. If you found out a way to make him immortal, why isn't he still around? Enough of this chatter, I'm a very busy man, you know. I can't just stand around talking all day. You don't want to talk about it. Potentially... I mean, the Endless all seem pretty annoyed that they're alive. Certainly... what was her name? Chiasma at the bottom, she seemed to just sort of be waiting to die, so... Potentially you're still a servant to him and he's sort of like hidden away somewhere. Actually... Am I allowed to talk to the Queen? Maybe is the Queen a guise for the Hooded King? Right, let's... talk about the Endless again, and I'll try and sort of stay away from any questions that might make you upset. You talk him out of it. What happened? Yeah, what was the bargain with? This was a deal with a god then? They made a contract with a god from some forgotten corner of the world. I only saw it once as I pressed my eye to the keyhole of the throne room. It was a twisted thing of hunger and darkness, hunched upon the marble floor like a thing from nightmares. I've literally just realised this... Either the god they made a contract with, or the Hooded King. Probably the god that we were speaking to earlier. Because he also is kind of making us eternal. Although, in a different way that he's doing it to them. Although, yeah, I've seen my face. I'm definitely not an Endless. Everyone keeps calling me mortal. So, I'm not one of you yet. Potentially the same god that they're referencing is the one that keeps reviving me. And yeah, what did you sacrifice? His only daughter, the princess. As the ritual reached its apex, she was to be drowned in a pool of mercury. And yeah, ritual works, you're going to get upset about that. Yeah, more stuff about the Endless, whether so many ghosts, technically alive or dead. I mean, I don't feel like I need to ask that, but Endless Skulls have been debating that one for centuries. We don't breathe, our hearts are still, and we rot instead of aging, but we never actually died. And we still hunger, though not for food. I feel like this society would benefit from the word undead. I feel like that would solve that philosophy debate pretty quickly. And I haven't seen any ghosts, but apparently they're there. Manifestations of trauma. Long ago, when the Endless were first created, there were many living souls in the kingdom. The Endless, consumed by hunger, hunted them down in a mad frenzy. Over the next few years, the years of devouring, our kingdom ate itself alive. Many ghosts were born from that bloodshed, both from the victims and from those sated Endless who'd realised what they'd done. I'm ashamed to say that some were also created on purpose. The abhorrent suits of armour that roam these lands were foot soldiers, remnants from the Cadaver Crusades. That seems a bit personal to ask him if he was actually taking in part. I'm just going to assume yes. And yeah, the ghosts were left by people. I'll be sympathetic because I want a speak with the Queen. And unless I find an alternate route through that door, it doesn't look like I can lockpick it open. There's not a time in my life I like to reflect upon. I'm sorry, please leave me be for a moment. Well, you say that, but I'm going to bug you again immediately. The Entombed One, have you experienced one of the recent earthquake? A terrible business. I have reason to believe that the Entombed One is the lingering spectre of the Hooded King, getting his revenge on the kingdom that left him for dead. Someone needs to find him and persuade him to abandon his vendetta by force if necessary. So he is still alive somewhere. You just sort of put him in a weird pit for creating you. You would do that, I would be in your debt. Here, keep this. It's a key to the crypt beneath the city. The Entombed One is somewhere down there. Excellent. Can I have an audience with the Queen? Queen isn't accepting visitors this time, or any time really. She is withdrawn. Most days she'll speak to me and me alone. Yeah. Can I put her in a better mood? Maybe, actually, maybe, I'm thinking maybe is the Queen the daughter that was... The daughter that was sacrificed, because it did say she was drowned, but these guys are kind of technically dead. And, you know, this is a world of, like, magic and gods, so... Alright, can I still talk to her? I doubt it, but I suppose I have nothing to lose by letting you try. Go ahead, if you can raise her out of her depression, I will be, without exaggeration, eternally grateful. Right, I'm kind of worried, because I think the persuasion quest that I had to do on, like, the bartender here was, like, a 50. So, if this is a queen, I'm worried you're going to have pretty good stats that I need to fight against. You're also not as endless looking as I expected. Everyone's got photos up. Everyone just loves that star. Right. Can we talk? As the Queen casts her gaze upon you, you are overcome with a wave of melancholy so profound it almost drives you to your knees. Oh, hello. I am afraid I am not receiving visitors at the moment. Please speak to my seneschal. He will attend to you faithfully. Right, okay. Do I don't know if this is going to be like my one and only shot to do this, which worries me. You know what? I'm here. I'm going for it. Success, thank God. Only a 40. Ragged lips peel back from long yellow teeth. She seems to be attempting a smile. You're a curious one, aren't you? But I can assure you there is nothing out of the ordinary. Put quite simply, I'm feeling the same as I did yesterday, and the same as I will tomorrow. 200 years ago, you have found me in this same castle, in this same seat, feeling the same as I do now. Okay, don't try and be nice to her for the moment. Yeah, if there's sort of like a waiting list of the Endless who are able to die, why isn't she on the top of the list? Is she somehow exempt from being allowed to die because she's the Queen? I've adjusted to it, I exist now in tranquility, and have no desire for your pity. Yeah, I have a lot of questions for you if you're happy to answer them. Entombed One. Don't get personal yet. I believe it is my father. I knew it. I knew she was the daughter. After the ritual to grant him immortality went wrong, he fled beneath the castle and got lost within the twisting passages. Yeah, what if I went down there? Would that sort of cheer you up? You're welcome to try. I believe my seneschal has the key, but I don't expect you to succeed. And yeah, are you sure it's him down there? I know it in my bones. Great, thank you. And can I ask you about the Endless? Yeah, what's your take on the ritual? Kingdom, alibis, how were they created? Masterminded by my father, ancient history, I wouldn't want to bore you with it. Please. Fail. Ooh, needed... I have 60 charm, don't I? Maybe it's like above 60 I need to do. Great courts. No, really. Any personal creatures? Yeah, tell me about your dad. My earliest memory of him sitting atop his throne, looking so grim while I sung for him. Then as I hit a particularly high note, his dour face broke into such a broad smile. It was like magic, like the sun had risen over a cemetery. In those days I would kneel beside my bed and pray to a goddess whose name I have now forgotten that my father would never die. I was too young to know that the gods pay no attention to the prayers of their people. Right, and I'm guessing you don't have heirs? No need for heirs, I will be here forever, and the Endless cannot have children. Yeah, I figured with your rotting. I think the main thing to do might be actually go beneath here and try and see the Entombed One. Well, the only question is how do I actually get down beneath the palace? It'll be in there, I think, so I'll have to get back to the ground level. Right, I'm gonna have a quick sleep while I'm here. Speak of the devil, weird ghosts. Ah, the rotten coffin, my favourite haunt. The ghost looks quite pleased with itself. You dare not think how many times it is told that joke. I never entered a mausoleum. Back when I was breathing so long ago, I knew I could never leave these trees. The air smelled so... Well, I can't recall how the air smelled anymore, but it must have been good. So I dawdled and the mausoleums filled up. And the thing about being endless, see, is that the pain dulls everything. Anhedonia sets in, pleasure seeps away, and those old trees only mock me now. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great existence, I'll be honest. I still haven't found the thing that kills you. It's something about Emberons or Lighthouse Men, it was called. Picture of the Queen on the wall. I wonder why she's the only one who isn't, you know, green. Perhaps she has a different type of immortality? I feel like I'm going to need to actually find her dad to ask him about that. Alright, time to investigate the catacombs beneath the castle. No, I don't want a lockpick. There should be a door I'm able to actually open. You did give me the key, didn't you, Seneschal? Ah, this might be more of an official entrance. There we are. Hostile? The red one definitely looks kind of evil. I already lost most of my health even though I went to bed, and it was mostly from just jumping off stuff, so fully my own fault, but I wanted to see how bad fall damage is. Pretty bad, as it turns out. These guys aren't so tough. There we go. You're gonna drop something nice for me? Nah, that's fine. Ooh, a mania potion. There's a fair bit of a delay before they vanish and you get the stuff. Are you angry? Picture of the Queen. Yes, you are. There we are. That guy's dead. Door around here's opened. Nice little old school maze. So it's definitely looking more like a normal civilization down here. That's probably a good sign. Ah, that's the actual door that we would have needed the key for. And that's the back entrance. Fine. Good, we can get in there. Just have a check out of everything that's around here first, just in case there's an item we're gonna miss or something. Hello there. Oh god, is that your dad or is that just a gross painting? Alright, the only thing in this room is one potion and then, yeah, this horror. I don't want to know if I don't really want to talk to you. The door smiles and extends its fangs. Only those loyal to the king may pass. Hold on, back awaying first. That's going to take health off me, so I'm going to take a potion first. I've got so many potions. I rarely ever need to use them. Thank God there doesn't seem to be carry capacity in this game. There we go. Sinks its fangs into your wrists. It drinks and drinks and drinks until your legs feel weak and your arm is numb. Finally, it releases you. Your blood is tainted by treachery you may not pass. Right. That's not good. Do you know that I've spoken to the Queen? Is that the issue here? Alright, my log's just saying that I should go back and ask the Seneschal about this. Can I attack the door? Looks like no. Right, I'm gonna get back up there. Luckily I have my spell. Thank you, and quickly see if there's like, I don't know, an amulet of king stuff I have to get first. You. Actually, you were the king's liege. I'm assuming you have something. Fanged door in the crypts won't let me pass. Oh dear, that sounds like one of the Hooded King's little tests. I thought we found and dispelled them all. You'll need to find someone who's still loyal to the old king, and convince them to give you their blood. Not an easy task, I appreciate. Yeah, why wouldn't yours work for this? No, I'm afraid I would definitely be considered a traitor by the spell. You're better off looking elsewhere. Alright, I guess it makes sense. You have sort of pledged your allegiance to another, so... Guess I just gotta wander around this area till I find someone who can help. And also, yeah, that looks like a flesh farm. I'll see if I can work my way over to there, and I don't really want to see that close up, to be honest. It already looks bad enough. But, you know, someone wants me to help in there creating flesh things, so... Casting my agility spell for a little extra speed. This is... Okay, that's just a broken thing. Don't worry about that. More lockpicks. Yeah, the flesh farm's up there, which we can't actually get to because there's a drawbridge we need to open. So, yeah, there'll be a way up this town. Oh god, one of you again. I probably could run fast past you. And I probably should, actually. I'm trying to think if I was told what that thing up there was. I want to say probably, but I can't remember right now. Right, up here. More floaty stuff. It kind of looks like the Apostate Union's chapel. There are people I can chat to around here. This is seeming very, very abandoned at the moment. I mean, I'm happy to do looting. Ooh. Ah, this thing here, candlestick behind. Almost didn't notice that. Yeah, this looks like this would be a secret door. Right, I'll keep an eye out for candles. Oh god, there's someone talking to me from behind the door. No, 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 you can't come in, go away. Who are you? My name's Mygar, and I don't care who you are. Get your own crypt. I paid for this one fair and square. Yeah, let me into your place. Ooh, fail again. I'm failing a lot round here. Yeah, why wouldn't you let me in? I paid for the exclusive right to live in this tomb. I'm meant to be feigning death, not entertaining visitors. Go away. Yeah, are you maybe a mortal pretending to be an endless in this land? I'm repenting for my immortality. If I demonstrate my commitment to true death, the ferryman shall carry me to an afterlife of my choosing. Right. I'm just gonna sort of bust my way to wherever you are. Although I didn't find like the third candle. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna work my way round to you, Mygar. More treasures, lovely. Ring of Potency increases the potency of potions. Many alchemists utilize magical items such as these to save every drop of utility from their concoctions. Right, I've got a free ring slot, so I might as well slot that on immediately. And nice little small blue one. Urn of Anguish. This urn is deathly cold to the touch, it's sealed tight. An inscription reads, "Here are the ashes of untold members of Endless, who were burned by the living in the years of devouring. May the gods have mercy on us all." Are the Endless who were actually burned alive successfully killed? What is that? Why is there a little door there? That's very suspicious to me. Yeah, because I thought these guys couldn't die. I mean, being burned alive isn't the nicest way to go, but... Oh my god. Christ, he is actually properly not letting me in there. That's annoying. Can't even... Ooh, were you... Secret walls, lovely. And a very high level locked chest. Item gained, remarkable treasure. There's anything specific? Or is this just like something I'm gonna sell? Yeah, that's just something to sell. Right, at least I know you have invisible walls. Can't back up into here though, unfortunately. Right, at least I know I can repeat charm checks. So, next time do I have a level up right now? Because that would be incredibly convenient. No, I don't. Right, I'll put this... I'll keep this in my mind, and next time I level up my charm, I'll be back here. Ooh. There's... Yeah, behind the building, there's... kind of this area there. Makes me think maybe if I had a good enough jump skill, I would be able to get up there. Maybe I could, like, shimmy round on some of these corners. Yeah, this is looking good. And... that's pretty high, though. Right, this spell increases my jump height, I think. Come on, Migus. I see you in there. There we are, feigning your death. You're not an Endless, just as I thought. This is quite clearly not a normal Endless. This Mygar is a ghost, and the original Mygar who was locked here is nowhere to be seen. What are you looking at, mortal? Yeah, you're a ghost, Mygar. What? Poppycock, I'm flesh and blood, just like you. To demonstrate his point, he waved an arm at you. It passes right through you. He smirks at you, apparently believing he's proved his point. I think you're eaten by a catacomb worm. Yeah, your place looks pretty wrecked up. When you say this, the ghost's eyes go blank. He stares into the distance for a long moment, then jumps back with a shriek. He backs away, staring up at a memory that only he can see. No, please, ferryman, save me no. He curls up into a ball, sobbing, and won't say anything else. Okay, this isn't going particularly well. The ghost's eye go blank. He stares into the distance for a long while, then jumps back with a shriek. You're in a loop, aren't you? How many times has he relived this moment? Right, you're kind of trapped in a horrible time loop. I don't really know how ghosts kind of find release in this universe. I'll steal your stuff, and also open this door so I can get back and talk to you easier if need be. Gotta say, Mygar, I don't really know what I can do for you. I shall leave then. I'll jump back out your window. Maybe later I'll find some reason, something that I can do to help you. Another house up this side. Is there more people I can chat to in here? Yeah, this seems a little empty. Although, Something I can click with the wall. Your lore skill is too low. Oh, come on. You've gotta let me move this tomb somehow. Ah, that's annoying. I do actually have a truth potion on me. Although, I assumed the point of that was just to sort of show you where the items were, but... I don't know, it might do something. I've got my cool vision. My lore skill's still too low. Is this not what a truth spell's for, then? I assumed it was to, like, help with this stuff, but... I mean, it doesn't seem to be doing so. Oh my Christ. Got a bit stuck in the rock there. I guess we're out of luck. Another little shack around the side. Is the truth I'm supposed to be seeing that we're actually inside a giant neuron star? Is that what it's trying to imply at me? Ooh, fine ore. That's better than what we had before. Potentially a nice new upgrade for our sword when we get back to town. That up there will take us to the flesh farm, but I'll have a little look around the perimeter just in case. Ah, around this side we're back into another Apostate Union area. There's potentially... oh god, nearly fell off the floor. That kind of looks like the starter island. Again, can't tell because I can't understand how the map works. But yeah, you freaks again. Yeah, I swear that's the castle in the beginning area. That's fine. I'll head up here. Right, we've worked back round to this revolting flesh pile, so very happy to see what this is. Got a picture of a ghost. I'll chat to you in a sec. Great. I mean, why are you making teeth? Who's gonna eat that? Whole rib cage and eyeballs. Well, that's disgusting, but I heard you needed help with something around here. The rotted woman advances towards you, her robes trailing along the ground. Nearby is a floating cage inhabited by a twitching, gibbering corpse. The cage drifts closer to you, gaining momentum. Hang on, stand right there, don't move a muscle. Yep, what are you talking about? The caged corpse opens its mouth and begins to sing a giddy melody. Your shadow lifts from the ground and wraps around your knees, bearing you down to the floor. Why have you come here? Are you an assassin, a thief, a rival mage seeking to steal my secrets? Well, I know who you are and what you do, but yeah, you have some weird, terrifying magic. My familiar has cast a spell to keep you from doing anything that you might regret. Now answer my question. My name is Penitent Thor, some call me the greatest living mage in the Sky Realms. Personally, I'm not sure I'm truly alive, but the rest of it is right. So you better answer my questions carefully. Are you an assassin, a thief, a rival mage? That's not a yes, just a mortal passing through. Yeah, and what is a mortal doing here in the Kingdom of the Endless? Didn't you listen to all the scary stories about this place? Yeah, I haven't heard stories about you. I mean, other than the ones you told me yourself, but the people in Hallow didn't really mention you at all. No offense. Stories about the kingdom that ate itself, the land of goats and corpses, ancient rotted army crusading against the skies to slaughter all mortals, that sort of thing. She makes a dismissive motion with her hand. As suddenly as they came, the shadows recede, leaving you free to stand up. I could ask you if you're loyal, and questions about you, questions about the Endless. No, yeah, are you loyal to the Hooded King? Probably not, but I'll see. Before my time, when I had arrived in the Kingdom of the Endless, the king had already been missing for a century. Why do you ask? Yeah, I need blood of someone who's been there. Is that all? If you don't mind waiting a bit, I'm sure I could whip up a convincing sample of counterfeit loyalty. Well, we know from experience, the only thing that happens with the door if he senses that you're a traitor is he just sort of tells you to go away. So, yeah, I'll try fake blood, why not? Thor grabs your arm and sticks a needle into it. Once she's taken what feels like an entire pint of your blood, she begins bustling around her sanctum, whistling tunelessly. First she pours your blood into a cauldron, then she mutters some spell over it. Finally, she tips in a number of extra ingredients. A blue flower, a tuft of hair, a live goldfish. Yeah, I'll keep waiting. After some time, the mixture is complete. She hands you a bottle of sloshing red liquid. Here you go, blood of convincing loyalty. Should pass muster under all but the most rigorous of spells. Right, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Because the door has to, like, suck the blood from my arm. Unless the door is somehow stupid enough that I can, like, I don't know, maybe hide the pack of blood under my jacket like they do for stunts in movies. I think it's going to notice that it's not my blood. And yeah, are you sure it'll work? I made it, it'll work, now be gone. Great, thank you for your nonsense. I can't talk to your corpse, unfortunately. You again, mortal. I presume you have questions. Yeah, I was told something about you needed help. Maybe you'd have work for me? The flesh farm's a fine invention if I do say so myself. I've always been interested in transgressing the boundaries of the flesh. The Endless needed life force, you see, and they were getting it through the most barbaric means. First they ate their fellow countrymen, then when they ran out of mortals, they started attacking other islands. Then I arrived, and I put a stop to all that. The magic was quite complex, so I won't go into it, but the flesh farms are non-sentient and provide enough life force for the Endless to gouge themselves sick, and all without hurting a single soul. And that repeats again, so thank you for that. Yeah, tell me more about yourself, or about your weird little familiar. My familiar, my ex-husband's soul. I turned him into an embodiment of, an amplifier for all my spells and wards. If he ever escapes the cage, you better start running and not look back. Yeah, what's the grudge with your ex-husband? I was married to my husband to secure an alliance for my family, and I never much liked him. A man whose brains were in his fists. Once upon a time, I promised him that one day, when I was a powerful mage, I'd come back to our pathetic village and make a hell of my own devising. Just for him. I made good on my promise. Yeah, poor guy, I imagine. Having to just scurry around. I wonder if... I wonder how sentient he is, actually. Considering he does all of your bidding, and seems to not really have a mind of his own that much. Nothing else about you. Already know about the Endless. I guess I am leaving Penitent Thor. I'm sure someone said you had work for you. Also, you do have a corpse here, so I'm not sure I'd buy about your whole harm-free meat thing. Feel like you maybe wouldn't need that if it was, you know, genuinely not hurting anyone. I'll make some potions while I'm here. Why not? Just made some cheap nonsense in there. Probably won't actually use them. I've got a real temptation to, like, jump into this bag of flesh. I think it would be very, very much enjoyable for me. Can I... Yeah, I can get in here. Maggot Son. When he turns to you, you can see his eyes are obscured by two large gold coins. He lifts one of them and appraises you swiftly before dropping it back into place. Don't get many like yourself around here, life lubber. Can't remember the last time I saw a person with their own nose. He taps his own hollowed out nostrils. An earthworm squirms within. Yeah, what are you doing here? I'm tending to the flesh farm, of course. Someone's got to. All this flesh ain't gonna look after itself. Yeah, can I... What do you think of the Queen of Silver? What do you know about the Attuned one? Already know about that. Name's Maggotson. Used to be called something different back when I was a breather, of course. Forgotten what it was exactly. During the wars, I didn't have a name at all. I was just a walking bag of hunger and spite. Then 200 years ago, I became a flesh farmer, and suddenly I needed a name again. Magotson sprung to mind on account of all the little wrigglers I got hatching up in my skin. And, ooh, I could ask about the catacomb worms, but yeah, coins first. Coins to pay the ferryman, of course, when my time comes. I think that's like an Egyptian thing. You have to be buried with money so you can pay the Grim Reaper on the River Styx or whatever. Have you ever seen a catacomb worm in the flesh? When you say the final two words, Magotson twitches so violently that a golden coin falls from his eye. He snatches it back up hastily. Don't go saying their name too loudly, Breather. My rate reg says they can hear their name across 100 miles. They'll show up just to spite you. Nobody wants to chat about these little catacomb worms with me. I am gonna jump into this gross pile of goo. Way of all flesh. You're gazing upon a mass of heaving, quivering, pulsating flesh. It is utterly featureless, apart from the occasional callous, weeping sore, or stubby vestigial appendage. As you stare, you hear a voice in your head. You are like me. The voice fills your skull without bothering to pass through the intermittent air. A colossal mind-factoring sound, like an explosion of a star. Oh god. I guess this thing is sentient? Please tell me you don't, like, feel pain when they're snipping your eyeballs off? You breathe, you sweat, you eat, sleep, excrete, correct? Yes. You are like me, a living thing, unlike the dried-up husks who cannot hear me no matter how bitterly we scream. Okay, so we have, like, a connection. I speak in words of flesh and life. Your blood pumps my words from heart to mind. I am the way of all flesh. I have a simple question for you. What is the meaning of life? I mean, yeah, if you mean your life specifically... Life has no meaning. I'm just gonna go with the first one, because I guess that's your meaning, however depressing of a life that is. I am their food. Yeah, sorry about that. You must stop them. I am a living, thinking entity. I cannot resign myself to serving as food. I mean... This is like one of those utilitarian puzzles, because there's like hundreds of endless that are surviving off eating you. And also, if they didn't eat you, they'd be killing thousands of people, so... I guess one living being being a slave and having parts cut off and eaten is preferable to thousands of people dying. But, talk to it if we can see if we can find a solution. I don't think they're going to be very open to finding a solution, but, you know, I'll try. The ethics of eating flesh. How long have you been self-aware? Yeah, this farm was started like 200 years ago. Over 100 years, although in the early days my thoughts were very simple and often illogical. I knew I didn't like pain, and that was about it. I have been getting smarter every year. I imagine that my cerebral capabilities will be quite frightening. And how he's speaking, my head, somewhere within this expanse of useless tissue, floats a brain, or perhaps a network of brains spread throughout my body. I have no doubt that this brain formed by mistake against the wishes of my creations, but it formed nevertheless, and it is a powerful organ. I have observed my ability to frighten small animals away by shouting my thoughts at them, but until now I have never had the chance to communicate with a living being who could actually understand my words. Come back soon, without you the silence is deafening. This is a difficult conundrum. Also, I'm gonna like sit in your blood pile while I think about this. This has gotta not be a good life. It's kind of like you're an AI that's kind of gotten a bit sentient. I don't really know what to do about that. I feel like if I talk to Magotson about it, he's just gonna say, you know, let's kill the entire thing and then start again. which won't be the nicest life for you, but also, like, you're a big mound of flesh. What do you, like, if I convince them to let you go, what are you gonna do? You're literally sitting on a conveyor belt. I mean, I presume they're feeding you something that keeps you alive. But, yeah, what would you do without them? Right, Maggotson, I'm here to tell you that your vat of goo is now sentient. Yeah, did you know that it's got, like, a brain and stuff? That's funny, mate, you're a riot. Yeah, I'm serious. And what did it sing you a song? Did it whisper sweet nothings in your ear? It's been self-aware for decades, but only the living can hear it. Sounds like a joke to me, but if you're serious, go talk to Penitent Thor. She created the flesh farms in the first place. She's clever, she'll know what to do. Penitent Thor is in her sanctum just above us. You should stop feeding on it though, right? I feel like you don't really have much power in here, it's just kind of what Thor thinks, so I'll talk to her first. Hello, let's talk about your weird flesh. Yeah, it's sentient. I conducted a lengthy conversation with it inside my head. What level of intelligence are we talking about here? Did it exhibit any unusual traits or particularly alien preferences? Yeah, it doesn't want to be eaten. Suppose that makes sense, I wouldn't either. Listen, mortal, what you're saying should be impossible. But if you're telling the truth, we have a problem. If the flesh farms are becoming sentient and don't want to be eaten, well, the Endless will no longer have a moral way to sustain themselves. It could it could mean a return to the bad old ways. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Before I came along and created the flesh farms, the Endless sustained themselves by waging bloody war on other islands and eating their enemies. It's called the Cadaver Crusades. Ever since they stopped, a few mad old bastards like Lord Ryder have been pushing for them to return. It's still easier to eat the farmed flesh, though. Yeah, but you don't want to is the problem. Is there a way you could just... You could make a different type of farmed flesh and figure out what you were doing that created it a brain and try and not do it with the next batch? But yeah, the Endless don't want to eat people, but I guess you'd have to if you stopped eating the flesh farms. Bloodlust, arrogance, power, take your pick. Most importantly, we need to kill the flesh farm that developed sentience. It might be the only one. There are dozens of flesh farms in the kingdom, buried under mausoleums. We don't want this infection to spread to any more of them. That's different. That's pretty hard. It does have a right to life, but also, to be fair, I personally have been killing, like, everything I've come across. I've been, like, killing goblins. I've probably killed about 15 people so far in, like, the last week. So, I mean, I do believe everything has a right to life, but, like, I don't do it in practice, so it kind of would be hypocritical for me to kind of force you to let it live. I'll float the possibility, though. It's a lump of inanimate flesh, we'd be doing it a flavour. In addition, we need to ensure that Lord Ryder never hears about this if you told anyone yet. Yeah, only Maggotson. You fool, you need to go check at him at once, go. Oh god. Potentially restarting a gigantic civil war, that's not good. Maggotson's been evaporated by flesh. You notice traces of blood on the floor. This could be Lord Ryder's doing. You should visit his estate on the cliffs to the southwest of Sepulture. Great. I mean, how did he find him that quickly? Unless the Endless have like a form of telepathy as well. Right, I'll chat to my big flesh guy. Greetings again, and thank you for coming back. I was getting lonely. I can't ask you anything else. I really feel sorry for this guy. It's a pretty rough existence, being a big gross pile of flesh. Right, Ryder's Manor is southeast of the island, but since we're having to go past this area anyway, my bad. Gotta go the long way. We might as well test out the fake blood sample, see if it'll get us past this door. Right, hello door, please accept my fang. The door lunges for your arm, but you manage to position the blood bottle underneath one fang instead. The door eagerly drinks until the bottle is empty. Satisfactory, you may pass. All hail the hooded king. Oh god. Great. Big fan of that, but at least I'm through here now. Get my sword out in case you want to fight for me. The guy in the oh, I was wondering if there might be some more trials before I actually got to you, but I guess not. There's actually a small potion here, which I will get first. Shielding potion makes me think we'll be having a bit of a fight. I see your hood. You look very depressed. She floats above you, imperious, furious, bristling with disdain. She resembles the Queen of Silver, but aflame with inner light. Hello, mortal. This is completely unrelated then. Alright, I'll bow, why not? Better. Now tell me who dares to trespass within my domain. You're the entombed one? I am the queen, the true queen. Not a sad old relic like the queen above. My kingdom rots. Soon I will destroy this entire island, along with all of my subjects. I will end this wretched curse, and finally grant my subjects the eternal peace they crave. Yeah, can I ask you about this? You're the ghost of the Silver Queen. So where actually is your dad? My father, my fool of a father. You found him. She gestures dismissively at a pile of bones sitting forlornly in the middle of the floor. There lies the hooded king, the man who sacrificed his daughter for immortality. You should have seen him squirm and weep. I can ask that again. So, you're causing the earthquakes. Someone needs to give this kingdom a good shaking. I'm weakening the island's foundations. Soon it will shatter. Right, I know that a lot of the Endless want to die, but not all of them do. So, I don't know, maybe you could just set up like a euthanasia booth or something. They do. There are thousands of rotting men and women out there, ravaged by hunger and pain, huddled within mausoleums and waiting for death. They're calling for my mercy. I can hear them in my heart, begging to be freed from their suffering. Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that. I would say probably if you took a poll, the majority of the Endless here do want to die. I still don't understand why you have to hide down here, because surely a lot of them wouldn't oppose to being killed, although the people we've spoken to seemed terrified of the catacomb worms, which I believe your earthworms are sort of firing up and making them go to the surface. But yeah, how can the Queen of Silver and you both exist at the same time? I was born when she walked herself into quicksilver and drowned at the bidding of her father. I am her bitterness, her resentment, her rage. Right. How actually are you creating the earthquakes? Anger has its own power, mortal, and my anger is endless. I kind of don't want to persuade you not to do it. You're inevitable as death itself. Thank you, Ghost. I'm thinking... Oh, nice level up, thank you. I'm thinking maybe is there a way that I could get you and the woman upstairs to, like, merge? We had this problem earlier with Myga, the ghost. So maybe the way of getting rid of the ghost is to have you merge somehow. Although I don't think Myga has like a living component, but you definitely do. I'm at least gonna go up there and get your take on it. And also there's a tiny mausoleum around here, so I might just quickly ransack this. There we are. Lovely potions. Ooh, and just a random smithing table. It's a nice little chest back there. Alright, you have my attention. This is a really hard lock. Or I'm just having no luck. What is this, like a 1 in 3 chance? It took like 12 goes. We're in here now, though. Rogue Hood, +10 lockpick. It conceals the wearer's identity as well. That's pretty good. I'd love to say I'll wear that when I do lockpicking, but I know full well that I'll probably forget it exists. I'll try and remember. Can we upgrade our sword while we're here? Yeah, we're adding sort of a bit of a curve to it and a serrated blade. That it upgraded? Yeah, that's a good sword. We can slice bread with that if we wanted to. Might check. Yeah, how much silk do we have to use? There's different gradings of silk, and I don't have enough of any. Alright. Back to the Queen, then. Alright, back to good old Queen back here. Yeah, the entombed one is actually a ghost of you. Yes, I know. Yeah, you said it was your dad, though. I was not lying. I see more of my father in that ghost than I see of myself. I last saw her 2 centuries ago when I took Pertinent Thor down there to become one of the Endless. Okay, it's literally the 2 people I spoke to are just deciding to not tell me anything. That's great. She is the only other who knows it was unavoidable, the only other way I could grant her request to be an Endless. So... she is both spell and sacrifice, partly a ghost and partly the lingering remnant of the spell that turned the whole kingdom into Endless. That's one reason why she is so powerful, and why I needed her help to turn Pertinent into an Endless. But her power is growing, far beyond what she used to be capable of. I think she is being fueled by my subjects' growing faith in the Theruman. Their scripture tells them to look forward to death, and their prayers for their own self-annihilation are like fuel to the entombed one's flame. She could escape easily if she wanted to, but she refuses to stop haunting my father's bones. Right, I mean... This sounds like if there's a cult of people who want to die, and there's a god who wants to kill them. I don't know why we need to keep them apart. Also, the Queen has, like, weird holes that are appearing and disappearing in her face, which is a bit distracting. I persuade her not to. Topaz necklace. This was the necklace I wore during the ritual. Perhaps it will remind her that a queen's purpose, above all, is to serve the needs of the kingdom. Okay. I mean, surely the needs of the kingdom are to be killed, or at least the needs of a significant portion of a kingdom. Sigil translates roughly to sacrifice or martyrdom. Alright, let's get back there and give it to her. Right, I've brought you a necklace. Cloaks above you, hello Myrtle. See this necklace, your majesty? You remember why you sacrificed yourself in the first place. For a moment, the entombed one stares at the topaz necklace, with something like yearning on her face. Then her eyes harden. She grabs the necklace from you and crushes the topaz to dust between 2 fingers. Sacrifice? The queen above thinks she can remind me of what it means to serve the kingdom. I am serving the kingdom, far better than she ever did while sitting depressed in her throne room. This kingdom is begging to be destroyed, its people are miserable, and they call to me to bring their long lives to an end. I think you are right. This is like, you know, in like really bad sitcoms, where there's like a comical misunderstanding, and instead of just like clarifying what they both mean, the 2 sides just argue with each other. This seems so simple. There's people who want to die, you want to kill some of the people. Just kill some of them. Like, you're... I mean, not a god, but you're at least like a powerful leech or something. I don't know why you can't just like get a messenger to say, everyone who wants to die, please stand in this one specific location, and then kill them. I don't know why you have to like all or nothing this. Just kill some of them. The Entombed One turns to you, her skin blazing with inner light. Please, mortal, consider my side of the argument. I know I ask a lot. I ask for the destruction of an entire kingdom, but no new souls have been born here for centuries. No children, no youth. The only great changes to the status quo have been spurred on by mortals. First penitent Thor, and now you. The Endless themselves are tired and bored and rotten. They hide inside mausoleums and do nothing, pretending to be dead. They hunger for mortal flesh, and if the flesh farms failed, they will continue their crusades in an instant. They lack the courage to end themselves, but they yearn for it. Listen to my plea, mortal, help me destroy this accursed kingdom. Don't destroy this land, you know there's still hope. Help to destroy some of them, please. I don't know why this is so difficult. Can I ask you anyone else? And I backed out of your dialogue options and I had a little different. You're right, I'll help you destroy it, or... You can't destroy the entire land. Destroy some of it. Is it... It's difficult. If I was, like, able to in real life, I would just straight up take a poll of everyone. Like an awful democracy. Is it worse to force people to stay alive for centuries, or is it worse to kill them immediately? You know what? I think it's worse to kill people who don't want to be killed than it is to force people to be alive. Ultimately, your subjects could kill themselves. They don't, because they're frightened, and they definitely need, like, a push, but they could do it. You know what? Hell, I'll kill some of your subjects. After I finish talking to you, I'm gonna go over to Chiasma's house and stab her with my sword until she dies. I'll help you on this course. Aurelian, how do you know that? You still care for your subjects? You agreed to help, you turned her into an Endless. Yeah, it is pretty hypocritical that you don't want people to be endless, but you did just turn Pertinent Thor into an Endless. That kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. Of course I did, the flesh farms were a marvel. Overnight our kingdom was rescued from being a land of marauders and murderers. And yeah, the kingdom could continue to be rescued. She considered this for a long time. Your words have a weight to the mortal, the weight of the years is already immense. What does a few more matter? Perhaps things will get better. Before your eyes, the burning rage roiling just beneath the Entombed One's skin begins to dwindle and dim. Leave me be, you've given me much to think about. And you don't respond because you're staring blankly. I will maintain my promise. From now on, any of the Endless who express to me that they want to die, I will kill them on the spot. That is my promise to you, the Entombed One. Starting with Chiasma, who is somewhere around here. I think her house was, yeah, this one over here. Right, I'm gonna double check through your dialogue options. Just to double check that you need to be dying. I swear Chiasma had dialogue options about wanting to die. But I can't for the life of me find it in her dialogue, and I don't want to, like, hack a woman to pieces unless I am 100% certain. So, I'm going to leave you for the moment, but I will keep that promise. The next person who expresses to me with sincerity that they want to die, I'll do it. And instead of going all the way back up there, I'm just going to, like, fast travel with my spells. Alright, I have another chance to have a chat with you. And yeah, she stopped trying to destroy the kingdom. Excellent work, mortal. I never thought I'd see the day. What persuaded her in the end? Don't be snarky about her necklace. It's really not the time. And yeah, just the belief that at some point it might get better. The Entombed One wanted to destroy the kingdom, yet she secretly held a kernel of hope. Remarkable. Hope feels so foreign to me. The Queen of Silver sighs, setting back into her throne. So we buy another few years of our endless existence. Joy. do you, the queen, want to be killed? Because I will kill you. And also, did I get a level up? I did. I'm putting both of them immediately into Persona. I wonder if that's me maxed. It might be. I have a real urge to kill the queen, just because you don't seem particularly happy with existence. Although you seemed kind of happy that I prevented the whole city from being killed, so I don't know. You're a difficult one to read. I guess I'm leaving. Do you have anything to say? Spoken to the Entombed One. Is it the Hooded King? No, it is not. No idea a ghost could be that powerful. Maybe you should speak to Penitent Thor about that. She'd know more. And yes, I have. We can consider this matter laid to rest, can't we? Thank you. Lovely. I have single-handedly... Well, not single-handedly, because Penitent Thor helped with her blood. But I've saved an entire civilization, which is nice. Apart from now, this entire civilization might go back doing crusades because of Lord Ryder, who I think his house might be that one in the distance. So I guess I'm gonna have to save this kingdom again next time. Thank you for watching.